Burdon.
And I'm Jim Codrington. We're here at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Atlanta to help them give the front of their church a facelift.
This building used to be a movie theater before it was taken over by the church. Now they want the outside to match the energy and vitality of what goes on inside.
Over the next 48 hours, with the help of the congregation, we're going to complete this divine restoration.
It's divine restoration. It's divine.
Oh, what an inspiration.
We're gonna make this work.
And repair our church.
It's divine restoration.
Historic West End Atlanta has changed a lot over the years. This church used to be a movie theater during segregation. At the time, this was a predominantly white neighborhood, and African Americans weren't allowed in the theater unless they sat in the balcony. Today, the people sit front and center at the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
The front of this old theater features an ankh symbol and the letters BCN, but unless you already knew, it would be hard to guess that there was a church inside.
The lobby is cold and uninviting and doesn't do this energetic church any justice. Thankfully, all the original Art Deco details are still here, but it will take a lot of work to bring them back to their former glory. The old theater is now the new sanctuary, and that's where I wanted to meet Cardinal Brown.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
It is chilly in here, Cardinal.
Yes, and they say hot Atlanta, but it's chilly today.
Oh, my
and that's why I
goodness.
have my jacket on as well.
Tell me about the denomination here.
Okay, we're a Protestant denomination. Our denominational name is the Pan-African Orthodox Christian Church, Shrines of the Black Madonna.
Okay, but when I was coming in, I saw BCN on the outside of the building. What does that mean?
BCN is actually Black Christian Nationalism, which is the philosophy of the church. And inherent within the name BCN is that we recognize that our African heritage. We are Christians, which means that Jesus is the center and the focal point of our worship and religious experience. And our program has nationalistic implications. That is to say that we believe that what we're doing here has national implications, that we want to be able to take the message of the church all over the world.
Now let's talk about the church. It's really unique because it used to be a movie theater.
Right.
And I can see here the balconies where African Americans had to sit.
This was a building at one time we had to be placed in the balcony, but when we came here understanding the history of the building and our philosophy and our theology of the church, we transformed this building into a place that reflected our heritage, our culture, and as you can see now, it is a big difference from a movie theater to now as a place of worship.
Yes, but what's striking is when you first come through the doors, this incredible mural just jumps out at you. The colors are incredible.
Right. The Madonna and Child, if you just look at it, and to look at the way in which the mother is looking down upon her child. The mother's love for a child is what we would say unconditional. If we can express that type of love to one another, then we can raise up a nation.
Right. Well, the mural really embodies the philosophy and the feelings of the church, but the exterior of the building, maybe not so much.
That needs some work.
That's right. Why don't you lead the way and we'll go take a look at it.
I will.
Well, it's quite a different story out here.
Oh, yes, it is.
Here's Jim. Let's see what the prognosis is. How are things looking up there?
Cardinal, this church needs a facelift.
Oh, yes.
In a big way. There's a lot that needs to be done. It needs to be patched, it needs to be painted,
Right.
The flashing needs to be fixed. The other thing is that the BCN, how do you feel about that?
The BCN is really something that we understand inside of the church, which is Black Christian Nationalism.
Right.
However, if anyone who's passing by have no idea what that means, but if you mention the Shrines of the Black Madonna, oh, everybody knows what that means.
That should be posted outside then, so it's really a landmark.
Now that would be great.
We're going to do something really special inside as
Now,
well.
I'm looking forward to that.
Let's go and take a look at it.
Okay.
Wow, this is quite a grand entrance to the church here.
Oh,
Yes, it
yes.
is. Yes, it
And
is.
structurally, it's wonderful. We just need to touch it up a bit, make it more lively and warm.
Right.
This is some great architectural details here on these railings. We're going to polish those up. What we want to do is make the lobby just as impressive as the outside.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and we have like plenty of volunteers, so we should be able to get it done in 48 days.
You have 48 days, but we have a lot of volunteers. But we're talking about 48 hours.
48 hours. We have enough. We will get it done in 48 hours. You watch.
Make me happy.
After the cleanup is finished, we'll start painting using the color scheme provided by our designer.
Yeah, exactly. For all this whole wall here.
We have to do that with it because that's going to be a real nice cut. Somebody that can paint and can do a sharp, decent job, make it look real nice.
I've done a lot of cutting.
Oh yeah, you can handle that?
Oh yeah.
Well, come on in, man.
Okay, so you and I, we be the cutters.
Got it.
But the gentleman here will try to do all the open spaces because it don't take a whole lot of experience to do that.
See, can we transform this sanctuary here? Make it look like a new place.
In the building next door to the sanctuary is the Shrine of the Black Madonna's famous bookstore. Its enormous collection of books about the African American experience covers every topic imaginable. Along with its impressive collection of African art, this is a place that draws people from across the city.
There's probably not another store like this in the whole country where you can come to one place and see so many things about Black culture, Black history.
Bishop Thelma Maya Thomas helped build the bookstore to national acclaim.
Well, we have over 1,000 titles. We carry everything from poetry to nonfiction to fiction to children's books. Really, we are the Black bookstore here.
I can see that. I've never seen such an extensive collection. So what kind of impact does this bookstore have on the community?
Well, we've become the focal place for meetings and for gatherings and for book signings. People know if they want to hear the latest authors, the well-known historians at the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
This is the place to come.
Outside, I've got the volunteers pulling the facing off the marquee, but we found a lot of rotten wood. We really hadn't counted on this, so I better go next door to tell Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey, what's up?
You remember that marquee that we're working on? It's full of rotten wood.
So that means originally we were going to cover it in plywood, and now we have to frame it and then cover it.
Exactly. We've got some pressure treated, but we definitely don't have enough.
Why don't you take some measurements and I'll make some phone calls?
Cool.
Okay. So was something.
We're in the historic West End of Atlanta, an area that has seen some tough times in the last few years. We're restoring the front of the Shrine of the Black Madonna as well as the lobby in this building that was once a movie theater. But the rotten wood we've discovered on the marquee will make it tough to finish this job by Sunday.
The Shrine runs a learning center that helps inner city kids work on their academics to give them a chance to compete.
Everybody sit tall, pay attention, and think how? Big. Think big. The first word is improvement. What word?
Improvement.
Spell improvement.
I-M-P-I.
Mrs. Safia Martelli is a teacher at the school.
My son is a student here, and this really is a blessing for me because when he was 3 years old, right before he turned 4, he sustained a life-threatening injury. He sustained a head injury. He had to learn how to do everything over. He had to learn how to swallow, walk, talk, everything, how to even form sentences. I find the Kibaland Academy Homeschool a miracle because it allows me to teach not only all the children here, it also allows me to work with my son and to know where he is academically at all times. And the teachers here also have known him since he was born. So they've been through ups and downs with him, and they're really like mothers to him here.
Ripping off the old wood on the marquee is going quickly. It's a real bonus that the Shrine has so many skilled volunteers available to work on this project.
I'm gonna put this on when you get up there.
Oh, this door, that attaches to this, right?
Yeah, either in the front or the back. Whichever, wherever you're gonna feel safe.
I feel safer down here where I already am. I heard that.
Well, things are really starting to come together out here. What we started to do is rip apart the stucco. We're gonna fix that up. We got some pressure-treated lumber to replace the rotten lumber that was on the marquee. We got all the big boys out here. We got the scaffolding, we got the scissor lift, we got the big man lift, and at the top, the guys are actually prepping and painting the front of the church.
Just next to the bookstore is the Black Holocaust Museum. It teaches about the horrors of slavery with a large collection of exhibits and documents. It tells the stories of slave ships, of cotton plantations, of lynchings, and of humans being bought and sold like merchandise. Bishop Thomas founded the museum.
One thing that strikes me when I enter this exhibit is that it is an impressive collection of historical documents. Tell me about some of them that you have here.
Well, we have wills, we have appraisals, we have bills of sales. We just have the documents that actually say what happened to our people through slavery. We also have runaway slave notices that document our resistance to slavery, and I think that's also a very important part of the story to tell.
Are there any here that are really dear and near to your heart?
We have an estate appraisal where they're appraising the enslaved Africans, and they have one old man, they said, his name is Chester, who was worth $0. But also they have the hogs whom they're appraising at $200. An elderly person has no wealth, but the livestock has wealth.
Right.
And the value, so.
Well, I think you've done a wonderful job of encompassing the history here, and it's a wonderful place because we can look back at what was,
yes,
but also move forward and feel extremely proud of where we are today.
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. Can you show me some more around here?
Certainly.
Renting that crane was a good idea. That facade is getting painted in no time. This project poses particular challenges in terms of elevation, so we had to come up with a number of solutions. We had to use the scissor lift, standard extension ladder, your A-frame, and then your scaffolding. Now, the golden rule when you're using an extension ladder is for every 4 feet up, you gotta bring it out 1 foot. And always have 3-point contact, which is to say, you got your 2 feet on, 1, 2, one hand on the ladder, no matter what the job, one hand on the ladder. Now, when you gotta get up, when you gotta get way up, you gotta get one of these bad boys. Yeah, how about that? Now, you can't just go out and rent that. You gotta be specially trained, but once you're trained, you got nowhere to go but up.
Painting is going quickly, but now we've got a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna need 10 more gallons of HC45 Shaker Beige. I know we haven't even finished the front of the church yet, we ran out. Okay, yeah, The Benjamin Moore people have been absolutely amazing, but we ran out of paint, and as you can see, it's not done, and the sun is going down, and we gotta get it finished.
It's day 2, and we're in the historic West End of Atlanta, giving the Shrine of the Black Madonna a complete facelift. This building was once a movie theater. The inside lobby is being brought back to its former splendor. The marquee is being repaired, and the front is getting a fresh coat of paint.
Every Saturday morning, many of the members of the shrine gather for a hearty breakfast and sing a few songs to warm up for a day of cleaning and maintaining the church. It's an amazing bonding ritual that really shows how strong this church community is.
It's going to be a whole lot of work going on this morning. Amen? So keep your mind set, get yourself ready. Remember, always keep God in your heart.
All right.
Always extend yourself to somebody else.
Amen.
Whoever comes into contact with you today, you make him a better person.
All right.
That is your calling. That is your responsibility. Amen? All right.
After a breakfast like that, we're all ready to work.
You ready to roll?
Ready to roll. I'm painting hands. It's ready to go.
The lobby is beginning to look much better, and that has a lot to do with the colors chosen by our designer, Phyllis Frierson.
Now, Phyllis, you're the designer that chose these wonderful colors for the lobby. Can you tell me how you came up with this color scheme?
Well, Jim, it was really fairly easy because we had this beautiful terrazzo medallion to use as inspiration. We've got the beautiful terracotta color, the gold color, which we're using as an accent, the black, and then the very creamy, neutral background color. And that was the first impetus for the color. The second was the beautiful mural that serves as the inspiration for the whole project. And it's got a lot of the terracotta colors also. And we felt that relationship needed to be addressed from the interior of the sanctuary out to the lobby. So all of that hopefully works together and welcomes the parishioners in.
Meanwhile, outside, the frame for the new marquee is finally taking shape.
The extra 20 gallons of paint arrived in time, so I'm going to take this opportunity to meet with Bishop Clark, part of the next generation of leaders at the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
Bishop Clark, you look like a young man. At what age did you take leadership here in the church?
I assumed leadership at the age of 24.
24?
Yes.
That's when most guys are out playing basketball, football, and stuff?
Well, we're a youth-oriented congregation. Our congregation is oriented towards the upliftment of children and youth. It was college-age students who left Detroit and some at the Atlanta University Center who came here and began this shrine.
Right. And what is the significance of the imagery of the Black Madonna?
The Black Madonna is the mother of Jesus, represents what every mother should be, nurturing, loving, and we believe the church should be that for Black people, for all people. And so that's where the name comes from. The significance of shrine is the fact that traditional African religions are usually conducted in shrines, and so that just represents the link between African religions and Christianity that we perpetuate here.
We've got a wonderful surprise for the congregation of the Shrine of the Black Madonna. What we wanted to do was make a copy of the beautiful mural that's at the back of the sanctuary and bring it out to the front of the church. Now, what's the quickest and easiest way to do that? With one of these. You take a digital picture of the mural, bring it to the printer, they print it directly onto vinyl. The vinyl is mounted onto plastic. The plastic is attached to the wall, like this, but much, much bigger.
This church is simply teeming with dedicated and skilled volunteers, and a good thing too, because we've got less than 20 hours left to get this job done before Sunday service.
Everything seems to be under control. I think I'll lend a hand cleaning the sanctuary. So it's going okay?
Oh, everything's going great.
Yeah.
It can even go better if you just give me a hand. If you
Oh,
like.
yeah. See that? That should be like a Broadway show.
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? What was that song you guys were singing this morning?
It was Come On People. There's some work going on. Just like you and me are doing right now.
People, there's some work going on.
Work going on. Come on, people. There's some work going on.
There's some work going on.
Yeah, you got it good.
We gotta work for our people, and we'll never get tired. Everybody is the word of the Lord going on. All right now.
It's now Saturday night and we've got to get this done before morning. But just one little problem has arisen.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Just heading outside to see our beautiful sign.
Whoa, whoa, not so quick.
What's the problem?
No sign.
Jim, we have less than 24 hours. Where's the sign?
I know, it was supposed to be here, it's gonna be here, I'm sure it will be here.
You know what? You're a very optimistic man, but I just really need that sign.
Any sign?
Give me a sign.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's Sunday morning and people are arriving for service. We're making them come in the side door so we can keep the new church front a surprise.
Good morning. Thank you.
We also need this extra time to do the finishing touches, just in time to catch the service, which they say is rousing.
experience. We had our brothers and sisters from Divine Restoration here with us. If you were there, didn't you feel good? And when you went home last night, did you rest peacefully?
We want to thank you so much. At this time, I ask that Jim and Catherine come forward and accept this token of our appreciation on behalf of Divine Restoration.
The new face of the church looks fantastic. The new sign, and especially the large picture of the Black Madonna, really say what this building is all about.
What was once a dreary lobby now looks completely transformed. The new color scheme, the addition of period fixtures, and a general all-round cleanup has brought this Art Deco lobby back to its former glory.
Come on in!
It's really going to bring people in.
A great job. Well planned, organized.
Oh, everybody's looking at the sign outside. Let's check it out.
Look at where we started from to where we are now. It's just a total miraculous restoration project. I love it.
2 days worth of labor to get this product, fabulous.
Wow, that new sign is really a sight to behold.
It's every bit as vibrant as the congregation.
And that lobby is pretty classy. Jim, congratulations to you and your team again.
You know what? You should have a little more faith in me, Catherine.
It just goes to show you that with a little help, we always manage to finish our restoration.